Guys, another thing, shocker, living expenses in Moscow. Like, I literally went from spending this to spending this. Moscow is huge. Ocean Bolshoi. Hi, my name is Joyce Busola. Welcome to my YouTube channel if you're new here, and if you're a returning subscriber, hi, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, you want to consider joining the family, just hit that subscribe bell down below, that red icon thing. Yeah, just hit it so you'll be notified every time I upload new videos on my channel. And please give this video a thumbs up. This is how you can support me and help me get this video out there to reach more people. Guys, today makes it 6 months since I moved to Moscow. Okay, so today, February 1st, makes it 6 months since I moved to Moscow. I know you guys are going to be seeing this video much later, which is absolutely fine, but guys, I'm so happy and grateful and excited. Guys, when I moved to Moscow 6 months ago, I had no idea. Like, when I went back to my journal on Notion, I checked and saw like the things I wanted to like put in place towards my move. I remember that one of the things I kind of wanted to sort out even before moving was my accommodation. But on getting to Moscow, I realized that things are not the same. It was more like what I expected versus what I got. So today I am going to be giving you guys all that tea. I'm going to be sharing my journey with you guys. One thing I really love about documenting is the fact that I can always go back in time to see how far I've come. I didn't think so much has happened in the last 6 months until I looked back, just went back to records, saw where I was 6 months ago and where I am right now. I wasn't even counting the months or counting the days, but then 6 months is like a milestone in a new place. And I'm also grateful that I actually have the opportunity to document my journey on here. One, because it just helps me to, like I said, it helps me to recount my progress story. Two, because it also helps you guys as well. If you're coming to Moscow for the first time, or if you're thinking of relocating from, another city to Moscow, just so it gives you like a perfect balance of, not a perfect balance, but it gives you a good perspective of what you can expect in Moscow. Okay, so I have gone through the journey and I am going to be giving you guys, giving you hot. You get it? Yeah. If you don't get it, forget about it.
Okay, the full meaning of CV.
CV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, CV is an abbreviation. What's the complete word?
C.
Yeah.
V. Certificate. You get it?
Okay.
If you don't get it, forget about it.
Alright, without much rambling, let's just jump right into the tea. So like many of you are aware, okay, I moved to Moscow in August 2021, shortly after my graduation from medical school to further my medical degree. Okay, so many of you are also aware that after medical school there are a couple of decisions you have to make. Okay, and I actually already shared a video about that. And as God would have it, the decision that I had to make was to stay back in Russia to further my medical degree. Okay, so to do my residency, to specialize in dermatology. Okay, so I've always loved dermatology, I've always loved skin, beauty and the rest. So I was really grateful that I had the opportunity to further in dermatology, and that's the reason why I actually moved to Moscow. However, aside that, I was also looking forward to explore. I'm still young. Okay, there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of skills that I have, and Moscow is a metropolitan city. Okay, it gives you the access to meet people, it gives you the access to gain more skills, gain more knowledge, although life here has been like in Russian language for me. So what I mean is that when I was in Arkhangelsk, I was at least still studying in English, but right now everything that I do is in Russian language. Okay, but Moscow gives me that access, or Moscow has given me that access. So those are just some of the things that I considered when making that decision. So guys, when I moved to Moscow, or upon moving to Moscow, I remember that one of the big issues I had was with accommodation. I really wanted to be able to live in an apartment or just live in a place that would make it easier for me to create content. Okay, so when I moved to Moscow, you guys are also aware, I moved into an Airbnb, okay, where I met one of my most amazing, like most amazing people in my life currently, Yulia. Yulia is a house owner, okay, of the Airbnb I stayed in when I moved in August. Since then, Yulia and I have built a relationship that's been so wonderful. And I remember someone telling me that, wow, like you meeting a nice Russian is so you're so lucky, that kind of thing. But then for me, I always say, like, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed, okay? It's not like Russians are mean or anything, don't get me wrong. But then, like, for you to move into a new place and find really nice people, really nice Russians that would take care of you, that care about you, is really a blessing. So yeah, when I moved in August, I remember telling Julia all about all the things I wanted to do, how I would like to do this, to do that, all that good stuff. And then she kept on cheering me on. I remember me and Julia used to laugh at how I used to count like my subscribers, and how I used to be so excited when one new subscriber subscribed to my channel, because at the time I was telling Julia I wanted to get monetized, I wanted to grow my YouTube channel, my platforms, this, that. And 6 months after, all those things and more have actually happened. So yeah, 6 months in Moscow, the journey so far, what have been my highs and like the lows. So the highs for me have been like registering into my school, getting a hospital of my choice. Okay, so a hospital that allows me to see, that allows me to observe, allows me to, practically try my hands on things. And also I have a supervisor that is amazing, guys. My supervisor is like the best, literally. And, I also met like people on my journey so far that have been so instrumental and so helpful. Shout out to Layla. So Layla is my classmate. I met Layla during my registration, and she's been so instrumental, towards my settling into like residency. So shout out to Leila. I know she doesn't watch my videos, but I just wanted to put that out there. So yeah, God just really orchestrated my path, and I met a lot of amazing people. And that's been some of the highs for me. Another high for me would be the community. Okay, so when I moved to Moscow, for some reasons, people recognized me, recognized my work and the things that I did. Okay, so I'm really grateful for those recognition. I mean, the award, it was a Moscow thing. If you're an OG, you know that we won this award, Video Blogger of the Year 2021. So all that came through, like, moving to Moscow, my community grew. I started working and I started earning money. I mean, like, I started becoming an adult, basically. So yeah, those were like the pretty much highs for me. But I feel like now that I think about it, it's been a couple of lows. Oh, one more high. Yeah, I moved into an apartment. Okay, so finally I can create content, in a better space for you guys. So I'm really grateful for that as well, because in the past I used to move about to create content because the hostel wasn't the best. Okay, it wasn't the best situation for me to create content. So yeah, this has been the highs. Okay, and then now the lows. So guys, moving into a new place generally can be very lonely. So that was what I had to deal with. So I'm not the one to feel lonely. Okay, I am very occupied. So I have a lot of things to get me busy. However, when you move into a new space, I mean, my sisters are not here with me anymore. So it's just me alone in this big city, having to figure, things out by myself. Even though I had a lot of help, thank God, I had a lot of help. Like I've had like people that I met online, people that I've built relationships with over the years that have been so helpful. Shout out to everyone that's been helpful and instrumental, to my settling down here in Moscow. Okay, so yeah, but it gets really lonely. Okay, like there are times where I just felt lost. Okay, where I just felt it basically took a toll on my mental health. I mean, thank God, for his word, and like for the people he placed around me. Like, even though they are distance away from me, how will I put it, like I was able to still manage through, even though it felt lonely. So I really thank God for that. But yeah, like that's been one of the lows. Another low for me is the stress. Guys, Moscow is really stressful. Well, it depends on you and what you are here for. That's one thing I would actually like to say to anybody that plans to move. Okay, like, what's your reason for coming to Moscow? In my own case, like I said, to pursue my residency and also to pursue a life for myself, opportunities, skills, just to develop myself basically. So it means that I was checking my history, like on my Yandex map, the history of the places I've been to. I'm sure I've been to more than 50 places, like 50 different locations in Moscow since I moved. For work, for school, for leisure, for hangouts, for this, for that. Guys, like on a day, I average about 6,000 steps. What am I saying 6,000? Even 8,000 steps. Like that's how much I walk. Since I moved to Moscow, like I'm always here, there. Like I always have somewhere to go to, somewhere to walk to. Like I'm so busy, guys. Like I'm so busy. Someone asked me recently, like, what do you do for fun? You know. But yeah, like Moscow is very stressful, especially when you're just settling in, you're trying to bootstrap jobs, you're trying to do this, do that. I mean, in my case, I'm trying to do everything that I do alongside with content creation, you know. Whew, guys, it's a lot, but I love it. If you don't know, okay, I really love like moving around, okay? I really love being in new spaces. I really love just the vision, basically. Like I just really love moving, okay? I love meeting people. I love being active. That's the word. I don't like being dormant, sitting in a place. Like that's not me. So yeah, I guess the lifestyle kind of fits my personality, okay? Although right now I'm working on reducing my stress, okay? So one of the reasons I had to move is also like to cut like my commute every day, okay? So yeah, I'm really grateful for that. So yeah, that's been like one of the lows as well. Moscow can be really stressful. Guys, another thing, shocker, living expenses in Moscow. Like I literally went from spending this to spending this. So don't get me wrong, okay? You can live on a budget in Moscow. I am currently living on a budget, okay? But is like there's a difference between just living and then like living comfortably, okay? If you like to live comfortably in Moscow, you'd have to go from like here to here, and I'm still like here. Do you get? So yeah, guys, the living expenses in Moscow can be cray. Don't worry, I'm going to do a full video talking about how much I spend in a month. By the way, guys, okay, so comment down below like your own, based on your own personal preference. Let's forget about Moscow right now, but how much would you like spend in a month as a student, as a worker? Just comment down below. I would like to like see what you guys think, so that when I'm doing the video about living expenses, I can, you know, chip a thing or two. So yeah, like living expenses in Moscow is high. So yeah, I've talked about being lonely, stress, living expenses. Number 4, getting lost. Guys, I cannot count on my hands the amount of times I've gotten lost. I remember a day, like I was so lost to the point where I finally decided to order a taxi to my location, and there and then my phone died. And you know what happened? I eventually had to find like a McDonald's. Thank God I had my charger with me. By the time power came back to my phone, they had debited me for the ride that I did not even enter. So it can be really crazy with like direction. Moscow is huge. Ocean Bolshoi. Like Moscow is very, very big. I mean, it would take you a minimum of like 1 hour 30 minutes to like get to most places. Well, if you're not living in the center, right? So like Moscow is really large, guys. So I really got lost a lot of times, and I still do, and I've accepted it. It's part of the journey, okay? You get lost, find yourself, we move. So yeah, what other thing? Number 5 would be, well, for me, guys, see, I always tell people like my story is like favor, because there's some things that I've not had to like struggle with, you know, things like what's the word? Like things like job search. I had like a bit of my job search struggle in the beginning, but after a while, you know, I found a job. But job search can be a struggle in Moscow, even though it's very large, there are opportunities. But as a black person, it might be difficult for you. You might have to possess like some skills. So just a little tip for you: if you like to get a job, or if you are looking forward to getting a job, make sure you learn Russian language, okay? Like there's so many opportunities, but most of them require that you know like both languages, which is difficult, especially for someone that is just coming into like the city for a first time and doesn't know the language yet. Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. What else has been the news? Guys, house hunting. Hey God. Guys, house hunting is real in Moscow. I think I should create like a whole episode, okay, just talking about how to find a house. Like I always say, mine, favor.com. You can go and Google it if you find it. Guys, favor.com, I mean like finding this particular house, the house that I love. This is a house that I love. Guys, finding this house, it wasn't a struggle, to be honest. When I think about it now, like it wasn't a struggle. I knew I looked at a few places and all, but like I knew what I wanted, okay, and I had someone that was looking out for the same thing as well. So when we found this house, we just knew this is the house. Me, I knew that this is the house by the Spirit of God, because I remember I created like a vision board, I think in 2021 November, and like I put like a house with similar design, structure and stuff in there. Although it didn't come in the package that I expected, but it's pretty much similar. And my point is just that this one is just divine orchestration. But house hunting is real in Moscow, guys. House hunting is really real. So guys, yeah, that's basically like the lows, I won't call them lows. I'll just say like these are struggles. I would say struggles that you have to deal with, because every single thing, there is a way out. You can always overcome, okay? There is a way out. That's one thing I always like to assure myself and every other person, that there is a way out. It's not as bad as, it's not a sorry case. It's not something that you cannot deal with. It's something that you can deal with, okay? It's just that it might be stressful, but yeah, that's why it's a struggle. So now, if you are about to move to Moscow, okay, like you want to relocate, would I advise you to relocate? Like after my 6 months experience here, I would say yes. Yes, if you have a good reason. So like, why are you relocating here, okay? Are you coming for studies? Are you coming to pursue hustle? Like you want to hustle your way out? You want to build a life for yourself? Moscow is like a place for that hustle and bustle thing, if that's what you desire. However, let me be frank with you. If your job, okay, like let's say you're a forex trader, or like you are a digital marketer or something, like you work remotely. You don't have to be in Moscow, guys. You do not deserve this stress, okay? Best believe, if you can go to like maybe Kursk, Ryazan, like nearby cities that you can like 2 hours to Moscow, or even Moscow Oblast, okay, like the region, not Moscow itself, but like around it, like I would advise that you stick to that, because you don't need the stress. To be honest, you do not need the stress. So don't like, if you don't have a good reason, don't relocate, okay? But I always say like eventually it's up to you. What is your reason? If your reason is good enough to relocate, why not? Davai, like come over here. You're welcome to join us. So yeah, like so far I'm really grateful for my experience. What do I look forward to in the next 6 months again? I mean, like by this time, August, what do I want to be saying? I want to say that I'm fully settled here by God's grace. I want to say that I found my feet in terms of like my academics, in terms of like my professional life, in terms of like my online business, my content life, my personal brand, all that good stuff. I'm just praying to God, and I'm trusting God that at the end of like my 1 year stay in Moscow, I have like testimonies. So guys, yeah, that's it for like my 6 month experience in Moscow. I remember I wanted to do this like on 3 months, like when it was 3 months in Moscow, but to be honest, I was too stressed to even like sit down and try to film a video and all. So yeah, the advantages, like I've said already, is full of opportunities. You get to meet more people, you get to experience different culture, you get to experience like more interesting stuff, because it's a metropolitan city, okay, compared to like the other smaller cities. Like having lived in a small city, there's so much difference. Like I said, living expenses as well, from here to like here, the stress and all that stuff I already talked about. Don't let me repeat myself again. So yeah guys, that's like my Moscow experience so far. So what other questions would you like to know? Like, what's that one thing you would like to know about Moscow? Please leave it in the comment section below. I'll be sure to answer them and probably make another video, you know, just talking about like life in Moscow for you guys, like from a foreigner's perspective, or from like someone that just relocated or moved into the city. All right guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked. Guys, please give it a thumbs up, okay? Subscribe to my channel, let people know about Joyce Busola, okay? And also share this video if you loved it as well. I believe you do. So yeah, share this video as well. I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, stay glowing. I love you guys. Bye.